What's up, everyone? Socrates 101 here. Oh, my face. What's up, everyone? Socrates 101 here, and today we are doing a new suspect test. I just grabbed this team off the forums, made some changes. We'll see how we do. The basic thing, if you've been living under a rock, something along those lines, you should know that that there is a suspect test going on in the current NU metagame, and we are going to be playing that one today, actually. So, I'm not sure we want to lead with probably Ariados, and I'm just gonna lead with defensive Scyther on this one. He does lead with Sneasel. I was kind of fearing that, but not too much. I wish I had thingy. What's it called? The U-turn right here, but I don't, so what I kind of have to do is just leg it into Audino and just go from there. He's gonna go knock off. That's not gonna do anything to me, and this allows me to just get off a Dazzling Gleam on something. Okay, given he could have gone into Ariados right there, but the reason why I did Mega Evolve is pretty obvious, because I want to keep my Regenerator, and I want, sorry, I tapped my mic right there, but basically I just want to ensure that, oh, he is actually toxic. That's really good in Ariados, because it allows you not to miss anything. I'm just gonna click Earthquake right here. Oh, he's gonna Gourgeist. That's alright. That was oh, he does have a spin blocker, so I guess that's really good on his part. This allows me to just go into, wait, do I want to knock off or do I want to predict? No, I'm just gonna go into Tangela right here. Is on his predicted Leech Seed. This is where he more than likely is gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp. So this is where I double into Typhlosion, predicting the Will-O-Wisp. Getting the Flash Fire boost, I do think that I can still outspeed this and just click Eruption. Eruption is going to kill this monster. Even the crit, I don't think the crit even mattered. And so this gives us an early lead. It's nice, and he goes in a War Turtle. I'm not too worried about War Turtle, but I would like to keep this thing at a nice amount of health. So maybe I should have put Thunderbolt on this thing. What I did is snatch this thing off an RMT, but then I applied quite some changes. So it's basically my team, because there wasn't a Scyther in this. The Audino was completely different. Tangela was offensive, which can work, granted, but I don't agree. This is a point where he more than likely just wants to go for another toxic, and this enables me to just get off a rapid spin with the Sand Slash, because this Sticky Web might be getting annoying in the long run. So this, now I can actually just go for rapid spin and get rid of those hazards. Playing around with Sneasel is a threat, like, really is. So I kind of need my Stealth Frogs, but I kind of also want damage on this thing. So what I'm gonna do is just click Earthquake and do a lot of damage to this. So this allows me to go out into Kangaskhan and kill it with the Fake Out. So that's really great for me. Now I'm just gonna go out into the Kangaskhan and click Return, predicting a switch, but he doesn't switch, he just straight up sacked it. I don't agree with that play, but it worked out in his favor. So now he can just go in a Squidward, and he can do lots of damage to me with basically anything. But what I'm going to do is just immediately switch out in a Scyther. He goes Superpower, that's alright. I have Bug Bite, which is quite super effective. On 269. Oh, maybe I should be running a bit more speed on my Scyther, which I don't. But this allows me to go for a Bug Bite. That's great. I do have Calm Mind Audino with no recovery though, but I'm just gonna switch in my Typhlosion, as he is going to Mega Evolve, go for the Calm Mind. I don't think I care a whole lot, because I am Choice Specs. It's gonna go Wish. It's great. If he doesn't have Protect, then I'm in a good position. Oh my lord, that did a lot. Good thing I got a crit there, but well, it doesn't even matter. So now I can go into Tangela and fire off a Leech Seed. He should stay in because he cannot switch something in on my eruption. Is this the point where I pull a double back into Typhlosion? I think because predicting. Oh, I actually predicted the area does, but he goes knockoff, revealing to me that he's Choice Scarf Malamar. Different. Definitely different. Usually Malamar is either Rest Talk or like Trick Room, but this Malamar is Choice Scarf, and that actually weakened my Typhlosion a whole lot because I do think I died to the Flamethrower right now. Wait, what am I gonna do right here? I'm just gonna go for a Calm Mind as he goes in Ariados. That's alright. Because what we can do right now is just go for a Flamethrower without Mega Evolving, because if he wants to go Poison Jab, that's gonna do a whole lot to us. We don't want that. And then we can just switch out again and get our Regenerator, so that's great. I'm just gonna start the timer on this guy because he's taking quite a bit. Maybe I'll edit it out. We'll see. But this is as soon as he doesn't go Poison Jab or gets a crit or gets a poison or whatever, then this kind of looks like a wrap, because I do think my Audino can actually take out the rest of his team with a Dazzling Gleam. I can Mega Evolve freely right now. If he wants to go out into his Scarf Malamar, I can just Mega Evolve when he doesn't have anything to hit me with for super effective damage. I am running a bit of speed, so I'm not too worried about this Audino, and I do think that I'm running max special attack, which allows me to take him clean out. This team doesn't look too bad. This team definitely looks alright. With the Specs Typhlosion basically kills everything in its way, unless he's running like Thick Fat Hariyama. But who runs Thick Fat Hariyama? I do. You should run Thick Fat Hariyama, because otherwise you still don't have a fire spam check. And this is the point. War Turtle doesn't have any recovery. I still have my Tangela. I still have Hidden Power Grass on my Typhlosion. Kangaskhan can do a bit to it. Well, there's basically no way that this guy can beat me right here. This is going to be a longer life, by the way, because it's a suspect test thingy, and I just want to do a live one. And as I said, this team I basically just grabbed off an RMT, and it's going to be it. Apparently this game is going to last in one more turn, then this allows me to look for another battle in between. Oh, I actually find one immediately, but this gives us the 5-0 victory. Just to check where we are right now, because I need 2400 coil, and I'm currently almost at 1600 coil, so that's definitely alright. And so we end up winning this battle, and we're gonna go in with the next one, with the Vivillon. Vivillon could well be a big threat to this team. I do think I run enough speed to outspeed neutral Vivillon, like no speed nature, but I have no idea. But this team looks kind of weak to Typhlosion plus Tangela. So I'm just gonna lead with Typhlosion because. Oh, he's gonna lead with Garbodor. That's actually great, because I do think Specs Typhlosion can one-shot it with the Eruption right here. And it's looking solid, isn't it? Already, turn 1. Well, this guy is basically running a Hazard Stock team. If you remember a couple of videos ago, I ran a Hazard Stock team myself with Seismitoad plus Garbodor, and that worked out great. But on this team, I wouldn't. Well, he just should not have led with it. He's gonna go with Lantern, and he goes with the Confuse Ray. I just hate these kind of people. That's all I have to say. Okay, he goes for Ice Beam. That's quite. It's not something I expected. I'm just gonna go to Kangaskhan right here, because Kangaskhan can take any non-stab hit, and this allows me to just go for Fake Out. He's actually staying in. I'm just gonna click Earthquake right here. Almost take him out. He's at 1%, and this allows me to click Return. He actually lived on 1 HP. It's not great, but I don't want to risk getting hit, like hitting myself, but I kind of have to, because I don't have anything that I want to switch in on this thing. Lantern is posing a problem right now, especially due to Confuse Ray. That's just stupid. Confuse Ray is just banking on luck like all the time, and I don't like that, but to each their own, I guess. I hope Kangaskhan breaks through right here. No, he doesn't. He is actually very fast, Subat, so what I can do is click Sucker Punch. Hopefully I'll break through. No, I hit myself again. That's hit myself 3 times in a row right there. I don't like that at all, but sometimes you just have to deal with it. I do think that I'm actually going to change the Surf for a Thunderbolt, or maybe Flamethrower for Thunderbolt, but Typhlosion can deal with this. His Lantern is weakened. Swoobat, how are we gonna deal with you? You're annoying. Because Kangaskhan just died right in front of you. I'm just gonna click Flamethrower because Typhlosion is slower, and if he decides to stay in an Air Slash, that's alright. But I do decide to go Flamethrower, and he's going to sack his Lantern, and that's great. We still have our Spinner. We still have our Defogger as well. I just realized we have Rapid Spin and Defog. My idea was to replace Sand Slash, but apparently I completely blanked on replacing Sand Slash. But it's doing alright, I guess, so we're just gonna keep it that way for this live. And I'm just gonna go into Scyther right here, because that's kind of the thing we should do. Just gonna click Bug Bite. I really expected him to set up his rocks, but he doesn't, so that's good. Somewhat good. And here we go. Aerial Ace predicting a switch into. No, we don't. This is the point where we defog. So now everything is gonna go away. He might well U-turn. No, he's gonna go Memento. That's alright, I guess. But this is alright because now we can Aerial Ace. No, he Sleep Powders. Predicting a switch? Not sure. This gives me a free switch into Typhlosion, and I can just go for, if I don't hit myself in Confusion again, then I can do an awful lot to it with the Flamethrower. So we're just gonna bank on that. Not getting confused by Hurricane. Don't do this. Okay, so that's great. Finally I didn't hit myself in Confusion. He did hit the Hurricane, so it was fortunate on his part. He goes into Girder. Girder might be a problem right now since Scyther is asleep, but we still have Audino. Just gonna go out into Tangela right here. Set up Leech Seed. This is gonna be alright, and hopefully I can then I just kinda wanna knock this thing off as well. He knocked me off, that's alright. Revealing to me is, oh yeah, he can still be Bulk Up. I do think Bulk Up's like the only set that's running around right now. I click Sleep Powder, that's alright. He gets 1 guaranteed turn of sleep, which allows me to just get off a Leech Seed on this thing as well. And now we switch into either Sand Slash or Audino. I'm just gonna go out into Sand Slash because I want to get rid of these things, actually, items. I don't think he can OHKO me with anything he has. Maybe his Giga Drain thing on this guy. I don't know, but I'm just gonna go knock off. I do think I'm max attack, and as soon as I go for knock off on the Girder, this is definitely going to be game. So here I just knock off, that's basically GG because he cannot beat. Oh, revealing Ice Punch, he's definitely not Bulk Up. Is he? I don't know. I think it's like Drain Punch, Mach Punch, Knockoff, Ice Punch, probably. But he knows he can't win, so he just left. We are gonna look for the next battle with the exact same team. This team is actually not doing too bad. I'm really enjoying it. We are currently at 5th, almost 16 minutes. It's alright. It's alright. What's he gonna lead with? He might well lead with the light part, so I don't want to go with Typhlosion lead this time. And he has this thing, which with the Flash Fire, I don't want to give it a Flash Fire boost because then my team is having some problems. Definitely some problems. Ninetales is a threat to my team. This team used to have Archeops over Scyther, but now I don't, and maybe I'm regretting it. Not sure just yet, but what we're gonna do is I'm gonna lead with Scyther, predicting the light part lead. Maybe he wants to let me go for my rocks and then encore me into that. No idea. I'm just gonna click Earthquake because this thing is a threat, and this thing is basically just annoying. It doesn't do all that much, but it's just annoying, and I want to get rid of it. Usually Seismitoad is my check for this, but since I'm not using that right now, he goes into Ludicolo. We can see what kind of set this is. He's an odd one. He's probably just gonna go Skulls. You should go Scald, I guess. So I kind of wanted to go into Kanga, but then I don't because Scald burns and stuff. So I'm just gonna go into the Audino as he goes Substitute. Sure is interesting. Sure is interesting. But he's probably Subseed. So Subseed with Dual Stab? That would mean you cannot hit Tangela. So we're just gonna go into Tangela, predicting the lead seed. That's alright. Maybe Synthesis is a thing on Ludicolo. I have no idea. But we don't actually take it out with one hit. Apparently I just need a tiny bit of special attack investment to take out, since we gained 11%. But he's not breaking my Substitute. This looks like a battle that could last forever, maybe even longer. It's not great. He's sub, gets 1-1 attack, and then he's debating on switching right now. If he wants to, would he switch? He's thinking a long time, so I do think he's actually gonna switch. And oh, I thought he would switch into the Wheezing, which would have allowed me to threaten him out with Specs Extrasensory. But this would be great for him because he can weaken my Typhlosion, weakening its eruptions, because as soon as this thing is gone, he doesn't have anything for eruptions. So he decides to switch. It's alright. He goes into Claydol, and this allows me to go into Defensive Scyther. Defensive Scyther sounds so weird, but it's alright. It's with the Eviolite, it actually gives it nice defenses, and it's great. So this allows me to defog. He's not going to stay in when he has a Wheezing, is he? I don't want to double out, but so he's going to go into Wheezing, as I said, because there's no point in staying in when you have a Wheezing. He could go Sludge Wave, predicting my. Just gonna go into Audino as a nice leeway, because he could very well go Will-O-Wisp right here. He actually decides to go Thunderbolt. Why would you go? Oh, because it's effective on the Scyther. But why the fuck would I stay in? Main question right here. Why the fuck would I stay in? So what I could do right now is probably best go for Surf. He's gonna go Clear Smog. That's alright. Well, it's not actually that great, but fortunately we do have Regenerator and Audino, so it's alright. He might well go into Ludicolo right here, but maybe I should click Dazzling Gleam. But eventually he's not gonna win this. He's definitely not going to win this 1v1. And this is probably the last battle I'm grabbing because I need to get ready. I'm going out for dinner tonight, and I gotta get ready. As you can tell, I haven't done my hair yet again, and so this is going to be the last battle I'm grabbing. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp. That's alright. That's fine by me. I'm just gonna switch it up to Flamethrower, switch it up to Dazzling Gleam. He doesn't want to switch into Ninetales. Oh god, he didn't switch. Definitely something I wasn't expecting. But this allows me to go into Typhlosion and fire off his Specs Extrasensory. It's something we want to do. I mean, he still has Claydol, so he doesn't fear me, but he's gonna go into Kangaskhan. I don't want him to get a free Fake Out. That's the one. I don't want him to get a free Fake Out on my Typhlosion because it's gonna be problematic in the long run. Here we just Sleep Powder? No, I'm just gonna Leech Seed. Maybe if he's sub Power Up Punch Kanga, I will applaud this guy. But that would make sense with Fake Out, so I don't think he is. But that would actually catch quite some mons off guard, I guess, because then you can just substitute on the incoming Wisp, Toxic, Leech Seed, stuff like that. I'm not sure if I'd agree with that, but definitely is a thing, right? He's gonna go to Kanga. That's alright. I mean, I can just double back into my Tangela and give Audino some health back. So we're doing alright. It's 6v6, but we basically cannot touch each other right here. I'm just gonna click Leech Seed again. As I said, if he does have the substitute Power Punch, I'd be very surprised. But this is the point where I just click Sleep Powder. His returns are doing quite a bit to me. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not too worried. Especially now Kangaskhan is asleep. That's actually really good. I'm just gonna click Leech Seed again as he's probably going to switch out. I would predict him to switch out, but I don't know why he's gonna switch in. But Ninetales is getting whittled a bit. Another thing I could do is actually like immediately go into Sandslash and get up my Stealth Rocks, because Stealth Rocks kind of pressure his team. He only has one resist and one man that's weak to it, so it's the same as pressuring it quite nicely, I guess. Earthquake could be a thing. I just kind of feel like going knockoff right here. He goes knockoff himself, but last time he switched into Ludicolo. That was alright. I'm just gonna click Stealth Rocks right here. So he goes for Sucker Punch. No idea why, but this is the point where I just click. Oh yeah, he does have the. This allows me to go into Audino and just fire off an attack. Yeah, it's fine. So here I just click Surf again. He's not gonna stay in with the light part on an Audino, is he? On something that's obviously a Mega Audino, but you're not gonna stay in. You're not. He's not. I'm just gonna fire off a Surf, which is a bit unfortunate because that doesn't do anything to it. Here I kind of have to click Dazzling Gleam. I'm just gonna like in the Scyther, banking on the fact that I don't get burned. He's just gonna click Scald. I don't get burned actually. This is really good for me. I really wish I had U-turn right here, because the switch to the Wheezing is very obvious, but I cannot do anything to it. I cannot. No, I don't even 2-hit KO this mon. So what we do is Typhlosion? No, we're just gonna click Aerial Ace, predicting his Pain Split. That's alright. Here we Aerial Ace again, because afterwards I kind of threaten him out with the Typhlosion. That's alright. He doesn't kill me. Now I get Wheezing down to very low, where he cannot switch into Rocks again. Scyther kind of, yeah, maybe a bit disappointing, but oh my god, he doesn't land his Wisp, so that's great. And afterwards he can just go into light part and kill me. But he's actually gonna go into Claydol right now. That's alright. Not something I really agree with, because bug bite is really gonna hurt you. Maybe I should actually just go for Roost right here. But I just kind of went damage off on certain mons. He's gonna do 2% to me with that. And I'm just gonna click Aerial Ace, because Aerial Ace is gonna hit everything. It's gonna kill the Claydol, it's gonna kill the Weezing, it's gonna kill probably Ludicolo. Gonna do a lot to Scyther. Ninetales. The only thing I can really go into right now is Light Part. Okay, in comes Kanga, but no idea why. This guy is kind of throwing the match away. He doesn't handle defensive Scyther all that well, apparently. Maybe he wakes up from sleep right now. He does actually wake up, and he does take me out. That's definitely alright. I'm not too fussed. His only ground resist is gone. Now he still has Weezing, so that's why I'm actually going to click Knockoff right here. His spinner is gone though, so this allows me some nice damage on the Ninetales. Maybe I should go for the rocks right here, but I kind of want to kill this Kangaskhan just as badly. But I still have Tangela, so there's just no point. I mean, this Kangaskhan is not a threat to me at all. So what I'm going to do is actually set up my Stealth Rocks, because it damages this. It brings it to 3%. Damages Ludicolo, which is an Oasis. Just fucking annoying, man. Damages Ninetales, which is probably the biggest threat to my team. Fortunately, my Kangaskhan is not weakened yet, so that's actually really good for my for as a Ninetales somewhat check-ish thing. It goes in a Weezing. I just set up Stealth Rocks, that's alright. And here we see whether Knockoff is going to do enough. I do think a max attack. I do think a max attack. No, I live on 1%. And he goes Pain Plot. Really, Weezing? Really? So here I just keep clicking Knockoff until I die or he dies. Doesn't matter, as soon as I bring it underneath 12%, he's definitely going to die. And that's gonna be huge. Well, it's gonna be alright. When he brings in Light Part, I should actually just go for Flamethrower with Typhlosion. Ninetales is his only switch. Once Ninetales goes down, I do think that Typhlosion has this game. This game is actually a very long one. We're already turned 40. I do think we play 2 games in like 16 minutes and 15 minutes, and now this game on itself is more than 15 minutes. But as I said, this is going to be the last game, and I actually didn't want to make this more than half an hour, but this game is taking me quite a bit, and I'm actually going to start a timer for that very reason. This puts him, oh my god, just after this next Knockoff, it's going to be putting him under the Stealth Rocks region, so that's great. And this is Audino faster? I have no idea. Wait, we had this matchup before. Weezing's faster, so this kind of forces me into Kanga. Just to go for a return. I still have my check to his Kanga being Tangela, and is the only thing that's going to be very annoying if it decides to get a burn on the Kangaskhan is going to be his Ludicolo. If I get up one combined with, I don't know, I do think it's a wrap as well. We'll see, not getting ahead of ourselves. I'm just gonna go into Tangela because it's the best thing I can do, even if he goes, if he decides to go Power Up Punch. But he doesn't. And here this is the point where I just can click Giga Drain. I do think Giga Drain takes him out from here. Could well not be, because Tangela is pretty weak. But he goes into Ninetales, taking some damage. That's always going to be nice. And this is the point where you cannot click Flamethrower because I still have Typhlosion. So what I'm going to do actually is switch into Kangaskhan, because I don't think he's going to switch into the Typhlosion. But once again, it could very well be. I'm still very low on the ladder. I think I'm like 1200 or something in NU right now, maybe 1300. I have no idea. Once more, we're gonna check where we are at. We have 16-19. We're currently 20-9 wins losses, which is straight up bad. But we're at 12-20 right now. My GXC is 65, which is not great. But this guy is very well taking his time right now. But we're gonna do a couple of more of these NU suspect tests tomorrow, day after tomorrow, stuff like that, and we're gonna see from there. See, he does go. He doesn't go for the fire move because he does in fact fear the Typhlosion switch in. So here I can just click return. Fortunately I do outspeed. Oh, I outspeed max speed Ludicolo. I thought it was just a max HP Ludicolo, but it's not. So this allows us to do lots of damage to it. And in comes Ninetales. This is the point where we just click Sucker Punch. No, wait, whoa. This is the point where we switch in. Oh, I cannot switch in Typhlosion because then it gives it a free switch into. No, I should switch in Typhlosion right here. He's gonna go Flamethrower. That's alright. If he does decide to switch out into the light part right here, that's fine too, because then Ninetales dies on switch in. So he does go Extrasensory right here. It's alright. And we could just click Extrasensory ourselves. If he does go into light part, I still have my Mega Audino. If it goes into Kangaskhan, I still have my Tangela. So my best play is actually staying in right here. Maybe he wants to switch. He does go Sucker Punch, and then he goes Extrasensory and kill it. This light part, his last Pokemon, is definitely going to be losing the 1v1 versus Mega Audino and Tangela. I mean, he cannot kill them both, but this is the point where I could just basically reveal my Mega Audino and kill it with Dazzling Gleam. So, bottom line of this live is that this team is pretty cool. I just grabbed it off an RMT, applied some changes, made Mega Audino an offensive set instead of a wish passing one. I replaced Archeops with defensive Scyther. Scyther actually put in a lot of work. Sound Slash apparently does a lot. I do have Rapid Spin and Defog on his team. Maybe that's something I want to I should switch, but maybe I should just put Stone Edge on the Sound Slash, because Scyther has actually been putting in a lot of work with the Defog. Or maybe I should replace Defog with U-Turn, because I missed out like in all three battles really, giving me better advantage. But this team does have a nice defensive core, and with that we are going to end this live session, and I will see you guys in the next NU Suspect here. Bye bye.